Hey y'all, Russ here, RVerTV. Welcome. Well, here we are, heading up to Utah. I'm going around the Lake Mead. Gonna take the scenic route. Actually, it's the shortest. Instead of going through Vegas, I'm gonna cut up around the lake. Gonna go through a little town called Overton and pick up I-15. Thought I'd film it on the way up. Why not, huh? Straight across, way over there is that government wash. I heard they closed that down for camping. Then right over there is Las Vegas Bay, the harbor. There's the water coming in from Vegas. They recycle, and way out there, what used to be Lake Mead is no more. I don't think it'll ever come back. It's been holding its own if you look at the levels online, but that's just a different world. We're going to be in a drought again this year, no rain. Alright, here we go. Got quite a few miles to do today. I'm going to actually hold back. I'm not going to go all the way into St. George. Today is Saturday. Because my goal, hopefully, is to sneak into Zion Park, National Park, tomorrow. But I'm going to do it super early. So I got a plan here. We'll see how it works out. It's NASCAR weekend in Vegas. To drive through Vegas would be insane right now because you'd go right past the racetrack. The boat launch, everything is long gone here. It's all dried up. You used to be able to launch boats here. There is a campground that still goes. You can camp here at Las Vegas Bay. Never have. One of these days I will. It's dry camp. I think it's first come, first serve, something like that. We had rain last night, pretty good sized storm, so the desert is clean. We got clear skies and no dust in the air. How about that? Alright, here's our turnoff. We got over 50 miles to get up to Overton. Straight ahead, that'd take you right back into Henderson. There's another gate. They do charge to get in the park here by the car. I have my lifetime pass. Off to the left, big development going. You always see them build more and more houses. There's a lake there and everything. I bet that's some high-end real estate too out here. We are right on the property line for Lake Mead. To the right would be The National Recreation Area to the left. Gazillion-dollar houses. Truthfully, the shortcut this is, it is slow. You can only do 50, 55 miles an hour. I would drive this any day of the week. It's scenic, pretty, and you don't have to go through Vegas, that major city, which it is anymore. Here's the other turnoff. This would take you into North Las Vegas. It's about 12 miles or so. It'll take you right back into Vegas right here. Point of no return. Now we're gonna truck all the way to I-15, which is just okay. Alright, got a few miles to do. I'll make some stops. We got plenty of time today. Red Rock little park up here, I think we'll check that first. Now we're getting into the scenic part up here in the mountains a little bit. Valley of Fire State Park, Nevada, would be to your left over those mountains, all the Red Rock Mountains, all that. You see a lot of red dirt. A lot of people four-wheel up here and hike, hunting. They come up here to hunt. All kinds of things. You can see why I like driving this, so it's just pretty. And usually very few cars. Once in a while you'll see some RVs. Great RV route. If you don't want to drive through Vegas on all those freeways, jump right on this road. Well, I'm just going to keep the cameras on, let them roll. First stop up here will be the Red Rock Park. There I'll switch out camera batteries and things. Also, there's a museum up in Overton. Hopefully that's open. There's a little look out the side cam. As far as you can see, just mountains. Red dirt. We're getting close. Gonna make a stop up here at the Red Rocks. I call it the Red Rocks. It's a little rest area. They got a restroom, picnic areas and stuff. There it is, off to the right. This is usually one of my little stops along the way when I drive through here. I don't know how many times I've come through this area. Redstone, they call it Redstone. I call it Red Rocks. There's hiking trails here. Wow, look at all the cars. Usually there's no one here. All right, take a little walk. Looks like something you'd see on Mars, huh? There's a family having a big picnic here. That's why all the cars. All right, here's trails. Redstone. Dune Trail. So you can hike back around those rock formations. Different names of the peaks. And you can see little picnic areas, got a little barbecue pit. Pretty nice. Nevada really takes care of their state parks. Rest areas and things. There's another trail. I'll go back on the other side of the restrooms. I don't want to interrupt these guys' picnic. But maybe I can sneak in there and get a free sandwich, yeah? But what a perfect place to enjoy with your family. Right out here in the middle of the desert. You won't find views like this anywhere else, I'll guarantee you. Well, go on the other side of the restrooms there. There's another trail. All kinds of birds flying out of those little holes in the redstone. That's their home. That's their condos. Just crystal clear after that rain yesterday. That's a pretty good storm that rolled through. It covered a huge area, clear down in Quartzsite, all the way up here through Vegas. I would like to have that big old boulder in your front yard. Piece of the rock. Wow, there's moss growing. Like a green algae moss. That's amazing. They get no rain here. But there's no sun hitting that side. That's why. It's always in the shade. You can almost see like little faces in the rock. Reminds you of Joshua Tree, huh? I have always enjoyed stopping here. Looks like they just laid that rock right on top of there, huh? Love it. Alright, well, I need to get back to the van. I'll switch out the batteries and the cameras. We'll keep rolling. On the phone, it shows that museum's open in Overton on Saturday, so I'm hoping. Pretty cool. Oh, look at my shadow. Hey, hey. Sun rises and sun sets with these redstone formations would be perfect. If you're a photographer, be a photographer's dream. There goes an RVer. Oh, motorcycle. This would be perfect road for a motorcycle. Speed limit's 50. Everyone does 60 out through here. Oh, more motorcycles. Right up here is the turnoff for Echo Bay. It's still going. There's a big RV park campground there. They do have access down to the lake, Lake Mead. When the water came up, they were able to open one of the ramps. So you can camp out here. Another little parking area off to the left. I've seen people actually climb up those cliffs. Not me. Hanging off a rope. No way. Oh, I don't know if you can tell. It's hard with the camera. Straight out, there's Lake Mead. That little sliver of water out there. We're almost out of the park. For more information on my travels, be sure to check out my website, RVerTV.tv. There you sign up for free newsletter. Putting one out twice a month now. Got all kinds of articles on previous videos, future ones coming up, pictures, blogs, downloadable puzzles, that's all free. Also got a merch shop, the Armchair Traveler Series, coffee mugs, t-shirts, hats. And we have a thing in the newsletter called Mug Shots. If you get a mug Send us a picture. We'll put you in the newsletter. Feature you. Holding up the cup. Having fun. RVerTV style. Once again, RVerTV.tv. That's the website. Check it out now. And I appreciate it very much. This road here used to be able to go down to the water called Overton Beach. They've had it closed off for years. You can't get down in there. I've been driving up through here since the 90s. I used to remember when the lake was full. Back then it was full to the rim. It was kind of cool. You drive through here and see water everywhere. Not anymore. Also back then you drove across Hoover Dam. You had no choice. The road went straight across the dam, which really slowed down the travel. That was way back in the early 90s, like 91, 92. That's how long I've been coming through here. Okay, here's the gate. They never have this open anymore. I haven't seen this open in I don't know how long. Then this road here to the left that take you right over to the Valley of Fire State Park. I've filmed that before. I'll put links in the description for those videos. And we got about 8 miles. We'll be right up into Overton. Oh yeah, I just remembered there's a big dispersed camp area up here. Kind of overlooks the town. You can see the rigs off to the right. I'm gonna stop. Take a break a minute. But you always see RVers up here. Kind of a neat place to camp, especially in the winter. Winter and spring before it gets too hot. It'll get brutal hot here in the summer. I mean, very, very hot. Harsh. But you can camp here. You always see rigs. All right, well, let me find a place we'll pull in. It's free to camp here. Now, if you had a side-by-side, Jeep, that kind of thing, this would be perfect. Big old mountain peak straight across. That's pretty. Pull up by this fire ring here. We're up on like a plateau overlooking the town, Overton. Few clouds left from the storms. Still dry. The desert should be a lot greener right now, but it's not. There's quite a few rigs. No reservations needed. I'm gonna zoom in on this. It's a long ways off. That peak sticking up above the clouds there. I'm gonna have to look on the phone which one that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Alright, well, what do you say? We got a museum waiting for us. Then once we go through Overton, we're going to go all the way up through Mesquite, Nevada. Then spend the night in Littlefield, Arizona. Made it. This is called the Lost City Museum, and it is open. I've always wanted to stop here through the years. Never have. Old museum too, I believe. Alright, well, let me get parked. Oh, I see a van back there. I'll park in the back. Overton's a small town, very small. I see a perfect place right down here. Look at that. Front row parking. Let's go check it out. What a huge tree. That's old. Especially in the desert. And what they got? A little cactus garden here. Little memorial stone. A lot of Native American history around here. Should be interesting. So quiet. Very quiet here. Little palm tree. Those take a ton of water to grow. Lost City Museum. It's been here a long time, I know that. Wow, this is faded. This place was built in 1935. Ancient Indian civilization was here. Well, let's go inside.
Not see very much, but bits of pottery, chipstone, and those kind of items give us a clue that there might be something a little more here.
So as we travel through the desert, we're looking for this. We're trying not to disturb areas like this for fear that we will disturb what could eventually be another archeological find.
Yeah, the first clue that you might see are a few pieces of pottery, and if you recognize those, then you need to start being very
There's some
careful
history
about
on Lake
where you
Mead
step and
itself.
look for other things. The point is that everything in place tells us a
Building a
story,
dam
and
and
what we
whatnot.
observe is information lost.
In order to recognize pieces of
There's a
pottery,
lot of
you have to
pottery in
go to
here.
the
There's the
RVerTV
dam.
Center. Here at the Lost City Museum, you'll be
Hoover
able to
Dam.
recognize not just pottery
Probably
shards,
one of the
but
most
actual
famous
pottery
places
shards
on the
here as
planet.
well.
These are some of the different types of pottery that we might see out on the site. Most of
St.
all, they're
Thomas.
pretty
Oh, yeah,
really
that
tiny
town.
pieces. These are some pretty good
When they
size.
created the dam, it got
There's
flooded. Now it's
really
coming back
good
since the lake
quality.
level dropped. You can actually
Very
go out and
rarely do we ever
there's some
get the
ruins out
information we
there.
find
Have to do that
out
one of
at
these times.
sea.
We passed it
And most of that day is gone.
coming in on Lake
But
Mead
it's
Road.
really exciting to be in the museum and be
There's
able to
some old
see the
pottery.
whole vessel.
There are some differences, but we've actually got the monoline here.
You might be able to see a little bit of the
More
ceramics and the
artifacts.
monumentality or craftsmanship.
Arrowheads.
These are not quite as
Looks
portable
like,
as pottery
is
shards,
that
but they
bone
can be
fragment?
used.
So what we're seeing inside the museum is collected in the area
Well, if this was built in
roughly a week
1935,
before
this
the
place is 90 years old. Wow.
Even as an archaeologist, if I'm not
Heck,
working
the
on a
museum
project,
is a museum
I do try
itself,
to
huh?
guess where they are. Because where they are
Nah,
may not
that was
bring information
that
that
sounded
we
weird. The
want.
museum is a museum.
So
The building is, I
if
meant.
it's not part of my project, it stays where it is.
Cat Claw Cave. All kinds of artifacts coming out of there.
outside, we have the opportunity to see what the archaeologists can find within the dam under the sand.
A little bit about the wildlife.
Now, if you dig under the sand inside there, basically this is what we are, right?
Right. These are the foundations as exposed, and this is pretty typical of probably a later era Pueblo house unit. So
Most of this
we never
stuff
know
was
what we're going to
excavated
discover when
around
we
here, looks
excavate.
like.
So working through that and actually exposing foundations and tools.
Ruins,
So what we're
pottery.
doing is this is not a recreation.
Well, the Virgin River runs through here. That's what feeds Lake Mead. So wherever there's water, there was life. Huh?
But it is an actual foundation, and much
There
like
you go. That's how they carried
the
their
things that
liquids.
clear way to say, and you don't always know what you're going to find, but have an idea from the artifacts.
Whoa, look at the size of that one.
Again, and actually exposed to all the floors, and you can get a sense of how people were solving the problem.
Some of the baskets they weaved. Baby carrier. What a life they had back then, huh?
A lot of the archaeologists,
What's this? Like a replica, how they excavate the desert to find the artifacts? The gentleman where I paid to come in told me outside there's a replica huts and also a big rock with a lot of petroglyphs on it. She was grinding the corn and the stones. There's actually grinding stones down in Quartzite Desert too. I was showing those out in the Kofa Mountains. Finding seashells in the desert. Millions of years ago, probably, yeah. During the Ice Age. Tule Springs. Reading the rocks. Need a lot of patience to be a archaeologist, huh? One little scoop at a time. Saving history. More people getting the artifacts out. Yeah, all this has been found around here. Very interesting. I never knew this. I always knew the museum was here and never stopped. Now we did. And they're finding it. Probably still going today, too, I bet.
Yeah, yeah, cures. Cures, bonds together.
What the mud huts looked like. Building a museum, there they are. Well, back then, that would have been the CCC Corps building this. There they're holding their discoveries. All the faces. That's a long time ago. CCC Archaeology. They built the whole national park system. Not bad, it's not super big, but there's a ton of history in here. If you get a chance driving through there, stop here in Overton. Well, let's make our way towards the outside. Looks like they're selling paintings and pictures. Probably help support the museum here. More photographs. Looks like different locations where they did excavations. Wow, there's the old wagon, huh? That one looks like it's 8 horsepower. Staying in a tent in the desert. I'm sure there's been mining, all kinds of stuff here. A little history about Overton. They had a water wheel. Probably got their power from it. Mormons, okay. Mormon history here. That's the town that got flooded out when they built Hoover Dam. Wiped out a whole town. All their lives and everything. St. Thomas. I'll put that on the list. We'll make a little run to it. You gotta hike. It's a dirt road, and then you gotta hike out to it to find the ruins. Interesting. Little video they play in here talks about the museum, some of the artifacts that they find and whatnot. No sound on it, but pretty cool pictures. The mud huts are out back here. What a perfect day for the desert. It's almost chilly. That's a pretty good sized storm. It cooled down the temps pretty good. Everything nice and clean. That's one thing about a desert. After it rains, it's nice and clean for a day or two. Till the wind blows and all the dust. Oh my, look at these. Okay, it says replica. These were built in the 30s by the CCC Corps. They almost look new, don't they? You can't go in them, but you can look at them. Well, that's how they lived back in the day. They're recreated, but they've done a pretty good job doing it. Big old thick mud walls that would keep the temperature in there. Peek inside. Yeah, these are old. Look how old that wood is. Oh, cool. Here's the petroglyphs. Images carved and scratched and etched. There's a grinding stone where they would grind the grain. There it is. Okay, now I went to school for reading these. If you start at the top, it says, be sure to watch. Next line is RVerTV on YouTube. See? Joking. Wonder where they got the chunk rock from. I bet those things are everywhere around here. They just haven't found them all. Pretty interesting. There's a hand. Looks like people. Alright, well, let's make our way towards a van. There's something out here. Don't know what. Some kind of a pit. A pit house. Alright, they lived underground. This was reconstructed as well. And they got it all blocked off. So you live underground. Well, that's cool. Literally, huh? Finally seen this place. I'm glad I stopped. Perfect timing for today. Because today was just mainly a driving day. I thought about not even videoing this trip here. But so far so good. I hope you enjoyed that trip across around Lake Mead. Taking the road. It's about 60 miles. Very scenic. From mountains to desert. From here, we're going to cut through Overton and straight up to I-15 and make our way up to Nevada, Mesquite, Nevada. It floods down through here. I've seen it on the news before. There's a couple big washes that really run. Like right here's one of them. Big piles of mud all stacked up. Look at that. There's water from yesterday's rain. It's kind of like an oasis in the desert here. Oops, someone got a ticket. All the stores, you got your dollar store, grocery store. I believe there's farming here that goes on because they got water. Get it right out of the Virgin River. Uh-oh, it's official. Got a McDonald's. Saloon. Small town USA right here, isn't it? We're about 30, 40 miles east of Las Vegas. Would be the big city around here. Looks like an RV park off to the right. Quite a few people come here in the wintertime, snowbirds. Looks like we're out of town. There was your 29-cent tour of Overton. That museum was cool though. I'm glad I stopped there. That's been on the list for a long, long time. All right, we're gonna head up to I-15. We are just a few miles out of Mesquite, Nevada, which will also be the state line. We'll actually cross back into Arizona. It's like the tiny little corner of Arizona up here. Then tomorrow we're gonna head straight into St. George and Zion. All kinds of places. There's more weather coming in behind me this week. Also, I'm going to Matt's Record Games, Matt's Off-Road Recovery. Big YouTuber. He has an event. I was invited to it. Gonna be a busy few days coming up. On Facebook, a few weeks ago, someone posted some pretty cool, I guess you'd call them sculptures maybe. They're in the sandstone up here in the rock. And they're just right up here on the north side of Mesquite. I want to try to find them. Mesquite's a small town. They got casinos and whatnot. I'll drive through it. There is a museum. I don't know if it's open. We'll try to find that too. Littleton is probably another 10, 15 miles past Mesquite, where I'll spend the night. Wow, that mountain way off to the right. I gotta look up which peak that is. That is just gorgeous. Snow capped up there. Here's the exit. There's a pilot truck stop here. I usually stop and get fuel. when I travel the interstate. You're out of Vegas. Vegas is such a zoo anymore. Just horrible to drive around that town. That place has exploded with people in the last few years. All right, make a left, and it should be about 2-3 miles up this road here. Pretty fancy sculptures on the bridge. Here's that big truck stop. I don't need fuel. I'm not stopping today. It's not a Flying J. That's what it is. But I've stopped there many times. I've traveled I-15 a lot over the many, many years. All right, I got it on the phone here. Should be, looks like about a mile up the road. That is one big facility there on the right. Not sure what that is. Looks like future development here. They're turning this into a 4-lane road. Putting in a medium strip. I don't know if those are light posts. The big concrete slabs I see. All right. See these little cliffs off to the right? People have been carving in those. One's supposed to be like Mount Rushmore, Statue of Liberty. I don't know. It looked cool on Facebook when I seen it, so we got to find it. There's town off to the right. You can see down there. They gotta be close. That must be light poles they're gonna put in the medium strip. Oh, it's gotta be up here where the cars are. This is it. All right. This ought to be fun. Let's check them out. No kidding, there's a castle. I'll be darned. I wonder who made this. That is a little castle carved into the hill here. I'll be darned. There's the heads of Mount Rushmore.
Some of these are pretty artsy.
Yeah.
See it up there?
Uh-huh.
Well, they were right. It's on Facebook. I seen these. That had to take a ton of time to make them.
Pretty soft.
There's Charlie Brown, Snoopy. A lot of names. Just a ton of names etched in there. A lot of detail. I got the camera extended on a pole. Get a little better look at it. You got little windows in the castle. And there's more right up the road. Let's go check those. Wow. Big old Statue of Liberty with a crown. There's the torch above. They use plywood, pieces of plywood on the crown and put mud on it. My goodness. Well, it must survive the rain and everything too. I think there's one more set of them up here. This is a perfect example. You never know what you're gonna find till you look for it. They're actually on Google Maps. All right, must be up here where the car is. Bye-bye. The heads of Easter Island. That's what them people told me. I remember seeing them. Wow. Yeah, there's got to be a backstory on this. Well, if you ever run through Mesquite, want to see something a little different, we're about 3 miles off the interstate. Absolutely amazing. Cool. Well, let's head on for that RV park. That was interesting. Met some nice people there too. Talked to a few of them. They found it too, just online. Said they had to check it out. Everyone getting selfies with the carvings. Alright, we'll cut down through Mesquite, then head over to Littlefield, Arizona for the night. Big old Walmart up here. I didn't realize Mesquite was this big, but it's really booming, I guess. Years and years ago, this was a couple casinos here. Roundabouts, they're going in everywhere now, instead of traffic lights. Pretty fancy concrete work on the bridges. Alright, better pay attention. Need to get over one. I think this is a street here. There's a museum down here. Try to find it. Hopefully it's open. Here's Casino Row here. We're right at the state line too. Last chance to lose your money right here. Not me, that's one thing, I've never been much of a gambler. But they're fun to go in, watch people. I like to people watch more than anything in a casino. Lots of RV parks here. Snowbirds come here a lot. Definitely hot. Very hot in the summer here. I don't remember if I ever drove. I might have drove through here once. Normally I just stay on the interstate and bypass Mesquite. Wide open though, there's a lot of land available here. Virgin River runs through here, so they got water. Looks like about a half mile up here on the left. There it is. I don't know if it's open or not. Well, I need to turn around. We'll take the scenic route. Slot machine in every corner here. Alright, let me get turned around. We'll go check it out anyway. I planned this. You thought I just missed a turn. No, I did plan that. I spend way too much time in this van alone, huh? Alright, where was it? Here. There's an art gallery. We can buy some paintings. Alright, let me get parked. Those people tried the door, it's locked. So it's not open. It's supposed to be according to their hours. It's Saturday. But you never know. Historical marker about Mesquite. Old town here. Old wagon. Well, a lot of these places, see that? Should have been open. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. Alright, well, peek in the window. That's alright. Well, another trip. Check out the old Mesquite Museum, but guess what? There's something up the street. I gotta go find it. It shows it as a museum too. Should be right up here on the right. Right in this strip mall here. Yeah, I didn't think Mesquite was this big. It's huge. It's really grown here. Like a mini Vegas, isn't it? Well, there it is, straight ahead. It's the Donkey Museum. Go figure, huh? Only in the desert. Alright, get parked. We'll go check it. Kind of looks like a gift shop, but that's alright. Let's see what they got. All kinds of pictures of donkeys. Hard to film through those glass cases. A lot of wartime photos where they used the burrows. Well, helped build the West. Oh, look at this guy. He's got a gas mask and boots on. Wow. A lot of old war photos with him. What a collection. It is kind of a gift shop. They sell pay dirt here. You can mine rocks and gems.
So it says, this part, I don't know what that is. This is a group of.
Fun little stop. Why not? The other place is closed. All kinds of hee-haws here. Aren't they cute? Big old ears sticking up. Say, what do you got to eat? Well, they helped build the West. They were used in mining, all kinds of stuff. Well, what a collection. They're selling pay dirt in here. You can mine for rocks and gems. And like gifts. There's even a little video on donkeys.
And these animals are having ecological effects. And one very likely ecological effect they were testing.
Well, we found one museum in Mesquite. Looks like I gotta make a U-turn up here. I looked on the phone. We're going to take the old highway, actually. Highway 91 over to Littlefield. It's not very far. It's about a 9-mile stretch. Cross an old bridge. Cut through the old valley going through here. Down here is where I remember Mesquite, this old area down here. But my goodness, what a big city anymore. That goes way up to the top of the hill. All the stores. Well, another trip. Hopefully that old museum would be open. Had good ratings on Google. I need to make a right up here. I don't want to get back on the interstate. We got to avoid that. Back roads, small towns, RVerTV style. Big grocery store here. This should be it up here. Alright, this should take us out of town towards the RV park. I believe, oops, I gotta get over. This should be the state line. Right about in here. We should be, yep, we're in Arizona. Right on the old highway, Highway 91. Wow, look at all those side-by-sides. That is huge. All right, cool. Well, let's go find that RV park. Here's that bridge they showed on Google Maps. Sand Hollow Wash. Well, this is cool. We're dropping down like in a little canyon here. Pretty. Once again, this is the old highway, Highway 91. Looks like we got about 6 more miles to go. scenic little drive through here. Plus you're off the interstate. Cut through this little valley on the old highway. Well, the goal is to get up super early in the morning, be up at Zion Park before it really gets opened up and gets busy. That place gets packed. So hopefully while I got the good weather, because there's a storm coming in a couple days, I'll film Zion, then I'll head immediately over to that Matt's Off-Road Wrecker Games. Not sure what I'll show first. It'll probably be the Wrecker Game video first, and then Zion will be after that. I won't have time to edit on the road, so I'll do the best I can with that, but that's what will be coming up. Matt's Off-Road Games, that's in Sand Hollow, just near Hurricane, Utah, and then Zion National Park, which should be epic. And here's home for the night. I stayed here once before. It used to be a mobile home park. The sites are huge in here. You book it online. There's no one in the office. You just book online. They assign you a site. Right off the freeway, and this is Littlefield, Arizona. This is home for the night. Hope you enjoyed today's travel. Tomorrow, the journey starts. Heck, it never ends. Talk soon.